We need to sort ourselves out for the sake of the planet, for the sake of animals, for the benefit of the planet, for the benefit of the animals, and for the benefit of the good humans. All we do is destroy, and I'm sick and tired of my generation constantly getting spoon-fed nonsense from our elders, destructive behaviour that they're going to leave behind, and that's going to continue after they're dead, just like what's already happened for the past thousands and thousands of years with the human race, constantly getting spoon-fed bad behaviours and then carrying that on into a time that you're not even going to see thousands of years later, for the destruction to continue and for you to just to nonchalantly carry on like nothing's wrong. My generation's the one who will have to deal with the issues once you older ones are dead, like I've said many times before. Well, I've restarted on this one, I mean like my channel, but like I've said many times before, it is our elders' faults, and I don't want to be responsible in the same way that our elders are for the destruction they are the cause of. I want to be the beneficial change which they failed to be. I don't want to follow in their footsteps, no. Why and keep animals in cages, abattoirs, zoos, aviaries, aquariums, just for my satisfaction, just for my bloodlust, just for my ego? I think not. Cruelty to innocents should be heavily frowned, not even frowned upon. The people who do that should be heavily punished. Because you don't pick on animals, you do not destroy the forests, you do not dig them up, you do not pollute the seas, you do not pollute the air. You stop being the destruction to everything that you are and be the benefit which you are not. It's not. I understand that it's easier to be horrible, which the majority of the species actually, not majority, which like a little bit over half of the species actually are very horrible, but it's also easy to do good things, and it makes it even easier to do those good things when there's others around you who want to do it as well with you. It is highly beneficial for everyone, mentally, physically, emotionally, and socially. And I don't just mean for you, I also mean for the animals. Because personally, I think the reason why we exist is for the sake of, is for actually the benefit of the planet and the animals, because no animal on Earth does not play a part in the ecosystem. Every single animal plays a part in the ecosystem. Every single animal is part of the symbiosis within Earth and within themselves and out. Except for the human race. Except for the human race as a whole. I mean, yeah, there's individuals in the human race, but that doesn't speak for the rest of everyone else. It only counts once every single individual was being a benefit for planet and animals. Because we can't ride on the backs of other people's success and on the backs of other people's good choices when you do not make those good choices and you don't even bother to acknowledge these kind of things in reality that you are partly contributing to, and or you are actually directly the cause of. You know what, during all this nonsense of the species trying to run from an illness, an overpopulated species that needs to be culled is trying to run from an illness, there has been umpteen amounts of masks thrown around in the sea, and floating around in the sea and thrown around on the floor. Yeah, thanks humans. Thanks the human race again. Yeah, thanks to the human race again for actually contributing to something that is not beneficial. While trying to wear the masks to help yourselves, but then you throw the masks on the floor to destroy everything else around you, which is actually the only reason why you're still alive. You're just polluting. You constantly put microplastics everywhere. You're just polluting. Littering winds me up severely. Because how dare you go around disrespecting the earth that you would be nothing without and are nothing without. You don't have a purpose if you don't have a planet. Really. And if you're out in space, what really are you worth? You're just floating around. Trying to find new things, but other than that, no. You have no purpose if you have no planet, because the reason you are born is for the sake of the planet, because like I've said, every single animal has a part in the symbiosis and the ecosystem of Earth except for the human race. And yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that personally, I think that the human race evolved because we are meant to be part of that symbiosis, and the reason why you learn things to be able to learn things like medicine and science. I mean, like science engineering, which is machines and stuff, isn't it? And then biology and stuff like that, chemistry, and also, well, still medicines, which is still chemistry. But I think you learn that for the benefit of animals and planet, not for ourselves, not to build our poxy little cars and our watches and all this nonsense that we constantly revolve ourselves around. It's actually to be a benefit for, not for your own ego. Like, how do I explain it? A man has the gift of strength, unusual strength, right? And all he does with his strength is uses it for his own benefit and goes around causing destruction with his strength instead of helping. instead of helping. And I'm not saying like, oh, this person's obliged to help other human beings, but if there was someone like an elephant stuck in a hole and this person could lift them up and out and chooses not to, then you're a problem. You're a problem. And I'm not saying like, oh, you have to do it, but the fact that you are aware that you have this ability and then you choose it to use it for yourself, but the reason you actually originally have it is to help the people like the elephants who get stuck in holes, but you ignore that just because it doesn't benefit you or it doesn't appease your ego. I don't know how to explain what I mean. It's like someone who's very, very smart decides to make a bomb instead of something that's very, very highly contributing to planet and animals. Oh, I know the humans, because we are supposed to work together. I personally don't like the human race because it's not very nice, very selfish, ignorant, and mainly I'm aiming this as the elders who were raised around and actually applied the do not speak unless spoken to kind of nonsense. Because they're the ones who have been carrying on this destruction for like over 500 years. Because their fathers said it was okay, and well, not even okay, made them do it, and now they think they can leave all this destruction behind, so my generation has to deal with what you are the cause of. I'm good. You will help, you will be the change that is necessary, and you will do what you never did and actually fix yourselves as a mass. This is not acceptable. The fact that we are so constantly narcissistic and selfish, and at the expense of planet and animals. It's not fair. It is not fair. You would literally be nothing without Earth and the animals, and now you think you have some kind of right to walk all over them and constantly disrespect them, use and abuse them as you please. No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't like poachers, don't like people who skin animals alive, don't like people who use animals in labs, don't like people who put animals in zoos, don't like people who put animals in aquariums, aviaries, boxes of any kind, circuses, anything. Where the animals belong is outside where nature already evolved them to be. They do not belong in man-made structures. How do you not understand that? And by keep taking them and keep destroying them, you're affecting a lot more than what you're worth. We as a species are not worth anything because of what we do. We're very selfish. Well, actually, our elders, thanks to them, all this nonsense, horrible manipulative mentality is still around. The elders are the most oppressive, narcissistic, Hitlery, ignorant, selfish, gluttonous, greedy, wasteful, abusive, mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive people that I know. Not every single one of you, but quite a lot. Oh yeah, the reason I'm saying this is because we have potential. We're wasting our potential. We could do a lot better than our elders did. We could do a lot better than elders did 500 years ago, even. Because human does have a lot of potential. It makes so many things, but it just doesn't make the right things. It has smarts, it just doesn't use them for the wise things. It makes stupid decisions with it. It's not wise. It makes stupid decisions with its smart mind. Which makes you stupid, though. But you are a smart species. You just waste it. You just waste it on yourselves. Oh, and as well, I don't like the fact that all of us are, I don't know how to say it without being like, I don't like the fact that this whole entire species, right, it doesn't matter where you are, they do it. Besides from destroying planet and animals. So we take that, and it's not, yeah. We take that out of it. So I've already said about planet. And then, it's also about, like, you have neighbours everywhere, right? Your neighbours are your family members, but hardly anyone talks to their neighbours. Hardly anyone talks to each other. Hardly anyone fucking associates properly. And I don't understand it. As in, like, why is everyone so segregated? Well, actually, you're segregated from planet and the animals in the first place. But then on top of that, you're also, well, least importantly, but also just as importantly, you are segregated from yourselves. And I mean, like, you'll wake up each morning, go your separate ways, go to your stupid little slavery job things to earn your poxy little wastes of resources humanly labelled as money that actually have no true value whatsoever and only hold value to people who put priority in materialism. Anyway, so yeah, you go and you do these wastes of time instead of actually contributing as a whole and working together to help things, to better things. Like, what I mean is, I could walk in the middle of a city and there's thousands and thousands of things walking around, but only 5 to 10 of these people, actual people, would help with something. It doesn't matter what it is, they would help because of the goodwill of their own heart. But I mean, where is that? Where's the communal bonding? Where's the where's the social species bonding? Because we need to fix that. Oh, and as well, we need to not do what our elders have been doing for years and years and continue our great long ass dead granddads' arguments into a day and age that those granddads don't even know about, and move forward. Do something they failed to do and move forward past the disagreements and come to a mutual understanding and a mutual ground. That will also help with the species actually bonding. Don't even know if I made any sense throughout all of what I said, but okay.